Hello students, next topic is reduce the relation among the physical quantities. This is the third application of dimensional analysis. Such as, first example we will do, suppose we have a pendulum when a small iron bob is hanging with a straight weightless string and with a rigid support. If we displace it by a small distance, then it starts to oscillate, and the time period of oscillation of pendulum depends, first, mass of bob. What is bob? This iron sphere, small sphere is called bob. The mass of bob. Second, length of pendulum. The effective length of pendulum is considered to the center of the bob. This is called effective length of the pendulum. And third is gravity, acceleration due to gravity. Suppose the time period is depend on three physical quantities, then we can derive the formula among these physical quantities with the help of dimensional analysis. How we can write? Let time period is denoted by T, mass of bob M, length of pendulum always taken by small l, and acceleration due to gravity small g. Means we have to find out the formula between T, M, L and G. Yes. Let consider T is directly proportional to first quantity we have M to the power A, L to the power B, G to the power C. Suppose the relation between T and these physical quantities such as that T is directly proportional to the M to the power A, T is directly proportional to the L to the power B, and directly proportional to the G to the power C. Then if we remove the proportionality sign, we have taken an other constant and it is dimensionless constant. We have considered, suppose K is dimensionless constant. Now the dimension of T, T time period always is represented by capital T, and the dimension we should written within the square bracket. Dimension of T is capital T. Dimension of M, this is mass. Dimension of mass is capital M. It should be written inside the square bracket. Dimension of L is capital L, and dimension of small g, acceleration, and dimension of acceleration we know LT minus 2. Now we have dimension of all the term. We will put the dimension of all the term in this equation, and we will find the formula of the value of ABC, and then put the value of ABC and can find the relation between T, M, L and G. When we put the dimension of all the physical term, as we have considered K as constant term, then it is clear that it is a dimensionless quantity. Means we will ignore, when we are putting the dimension of these physical quantity, we will ignore this constant term. Now put the dimension on both sides. Put the dimension on both sides. Here we have t. As we have to compare on both sides the dimension, we can write here the dimension of t as m0 L0 t. We can write only t, but here we have to compare the dimension on both the sides. So we can write m and l also. And the dimension of m, l, t. m0, l0 and t is equal to k. Here there is no dimension of k, means next step is dimension of m, and the power of m will be same as power of dimension of m, a. Next term is L, and the dimension of L is L, and the power of small l should be same as the power of dimension of L. Then next G, G means LT minus 2, dimension of acceleration, and the power of acceleration is C, it will be same as the power of dimension of acceleration. Now we will solve this dimension. What we will do? A, L, L to the power C, T to the power minus 2C. Got it? Now we will merge, as here we have only one square bracket. We will do similar term here. Means one square bracket. All the dimension comes in one square bracket. M0, L0, T. Is equal to, here only one m, m to the power a, m to the power a, l, l to the power b and l to the power c. On when we are multiplying, then powers will add up. L to the power b plus c. Now next, here we have only one term for t, t to the power minus 2c. Compare dimension of m. Dimension means power. Power of m. Here the power of m is 0 and power of m is a. Means a is equal to 0. Now dimension of L. Next term is L, and the dimension of L, here we have 0 and here we have b plus c. Means b plus c is equal to 0. We have equation 1. Yes, compare the dimension of C. Here the dimension of T is 1. And here the dimension of T is minus 2C. Means minus 2C is equal to 1. From here we can find the value of C. Implies that C is equal to minus 1 upon 2. As we get the value of C, then from equation first, put the value of C, b minus 1 upon 2 is equal to 0, means B is equal to 1 upon 2. Now we have all the three powers, means all the three dimensions. Put the value of these three terms as we have taken the first equation. This was, then it will be second equation. Put the value of A, B, C in equation 1. What we have in equation 1? We have in equation 1 T is equal to K M to the power A, L to the power B and T to the power C. Means T is equal to K as it is. M to the power A means M to the power 0. L to the power B means L to the power half. And T to the power C means T to the power minus half. Solve it. M to the power 0 means 1. There is no term. M is considered. And L to the power half upon T to the power, as we have minus power, means it will come to denominator term. T to the power half. Now both the term with half comes inside the square root. Then we have, actually it is the G. Then we have the relation among the time period of pendulum, length of pendulum and acceleration due to gravity. It means T is independent of mass of bob. In this manner, we can write the relation among any physical quantity. Second example, we will do one for string. Suppose we have a string, stretch string, and can have vibrating. Then frequency of string, the second example. Frequency of stretched string frequency we can write F or nu. We can write both the term. Depends on first term length of string, second term mass per unit length, third term tension in string. Suppose the frequency of stretched string F depend upon these three terms. Then what is the relation among the F? Length of string we will denote it by L. Mass per unit length. Mass per unit length, suppose I have considered it as M, and tension in the string capital T. Here tension is represented by capital T. Then the dimension of length L, dimension of mass. Here not only mass per unit length. It is to be noted down that here not only mass per unit length. It change the dimension. Mass per unit length. As we represent it by small m only, but the dimension will be m L minus 1. Mass per unit length means it is divided by length also. Then dimension of tension. Tension is the type of force, means dimension will be same as the dimension of force ml t minus 2. Got it? These are the dimension. Now assume, let frequency f directly proportional to the L to the power A, M to the power B, and next term is capital T to the power C. Now we will do the proportionality sign remove and take a constant term. It can be taken as small k, L to the power A, M to the power B, T to the power C. Now put the dimension on both sides. We have dimension of f, we have not written that. Then we can write the dimension of f also. Dimension of f, frequency dimension is number of turn per unit time, is frequency of dimension is t minus 1. T minus 1. As I told you, here we have to compare, then we will write the on the left hand side if there is no m and no l with 0 power. Got it? We can write the dimension of frequency as t minus 1, but as we have to compare here, then we need m and l also, and is m with 0 power and l with 0 power. We will write m0, l0, t minus 1. Now k, l means length. Then we have length to the power A, m mass per unit length, ml minus 1 mass per unit length to the power B. T, tension means force, mlt minus 2 to the power C. Now solve it. As here we have only one square bracket, here should be only one square bracket to compare. K we will ignore when we are writing the dimension, as this constant is dimensionless. We can also mention here K dimensionless. We can also mention here as K is the proportionality constant and dimensionless quantity. Now L to the power A, M to the power B, L to the power minus B, M to the power C, L to the power C, T to the power minus 2C. Now we will merge it. What we have? M to the power. First we will take M. M to the power B and C means B plus C. L to the power A minus B and C. A minus B plus C. Then T to the power minus 2C. Now we have one square bracket in right hand side and one square bracket in left hand side. Then we can compare on both sides. One by one we will compare. Comparing the dimension of M. What is the dimension of M? Here we have 0 and on the second side we have B plus C, means B plus C is equal to 0. Put this equation 2. As we have to write the equation 1 is the first equation where we have taken the K constant. Now the second term, here we cannot find any value. Now we will do the next step. Comparing the dimension of L. What we have in left hand side L is 0 and in right hand side L is A minus B. plus C is equal to 0. Next step, comparing the dimension of MLT. What we have? Here we have T minus 1 and here minus 2C is equal to minus 1. Here we can find the value of C, as minus will be cancelled out and C is equal to half. One value we can get and put the value of this in the equation 2. From equation 2, B minus half, no, plus half is equal to 0, then B is equal to minus half. Now put the value of B and C in this equation. We have A from equation 3rd, A minus half plus half is equal to 0. What we have? Minus plus half is equal to 0. A plus 1 is equal to 0, implies that A is equal to minus 1. Now we have all three dimensions ABC from equation. First we can find the relation F is equal to, we have K to the power L, K L to the power A. A means minus 1. Then M to the power B. B means minus half. Then capital T to the power C. C means plus half. Solve it. F is equal to K. L to the power minus 1 means L should be in denominator term. M to the power half. Negative means it should be the denominator term with half power. Now F is equal to K upon L square root of T upon M. As both the term with half power means both the term should inside the square root. This is the required relation among the frequency of stretch string, length of string, tension in string and mass per unit length of string. This is the required relation. In this way we can find any relation between any physical term. If they depend, there will be some amount of dimension. If they not depend, then we will find these dimensions as 0. That's all. Do it, do practice, then you can find the other results.